Today on Purple Pride, we'll be talking about SFA's Game Club.
Welcome to Purple Pride. I'm your host, Desiree Matthews. Today we'll be focusing on the SFA SU Game Club. With me is the president of the SFA Game Club, Amanda Warren. How are you today, Amanda?
Oh, I'm making it. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. End of the semester, so.
Oh, I understand completely.
So let's get started today with what exactly is the Game Club?
Game Club, or Games and Miscellaneous Entertainment Club, is an organization of like-minded students who just enjoy having a good time, whether it be video games, sports games, board games, cards, stuff we make up on the spot, just running around campus. You know, it's a way to make friends in a very intimidating environment because college is harsh. True story.
Sounds good. Can you say again what the acronyms of
Games and Miscellaneous Entertainment.
Games
so
and
it's
Miscellaneous Entertainment.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it's
sounds
not
good.
just video games.
So can you tell me a bit about yourself?
I am a theater major. I am currently a sophomore. I have 2 jobs in the theater department as well as being president of Game Club, so I like to keep very busy.
How long ago did the Game Club start and how did it originate?
So Game Club started around 2002, 2003. If you try to get a hold of the older members, they really don't give you that clear of an answer.
Okay.
But it was pretty much just a bunch of people who enjoy having fun together, and they went to Professor Midgley, and they were like, hey, we want to start this club, but we need an advisor. And it turns out Professor Midgley, he has an office in the theater building, he enjoys Dr. Mario. So he was like, oh my God, a gaming club, that sounds really awesome. So they just banded together, and here we are.
So this gaming club, is it basically like found upon like the theater students, or
no.
was it random students at SFA?
It's just random students. Some theater students end up intermingling, but just between production work, rehearsals, and all that, a lot of theater students don't really come out as often.
Okay, yeah.
But they do know of Game Club and this, I suppose, organization and the events and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what does Game Club mean to you as the president?
As the president, right now, Game Club to me means that there's, good way of putting this, there is a good future ahead of us, because from when I had first gotten Game Club, I've already been president for a semester, and you know, it was sort of rough getting into it between the older members and us newer members, and you know, just having that merging and balance together, you know, being able to create more events. It's an opportunity to open up the minds of Nacogdoches, in my opinion, because in East Texas, you know, it's very football, basketball, sports oriented.
Yeah.
So whenever, you know, people are introduced to the idea of like video games and stuff, they're like, well, that's weird. That's different, you know, but normal people can have fun.
play
It doesn't
video
matter
games.
where you're from or what you do. You could just get together and have fun, not even video games, you know, just get together and have friends. I think that is a great opportunity to give to students, especially freshmen who come into the college environment and are very intimidated and scared and don't have friends. You know, it's completely overwhelming going from like a 2A school to a college full of 13,000 students, you know, so.
Okay, that
I
makes
suppose.
sense. So like, what exactly do y'all do like at the Game Club meetings? Like, do y'all play games or do y'all have like actual
Pretty
meetings?
much how the meetings work, it's a 2-hour meeting frame, and like the first half hour to 45 minutes at most is just catching up, letting people know what games and events are going on, because sometimes we host games off campuses, such as LARPs, which are live action role plays. Then there are, you know, people who want to get together, play basketball games and stuff like that. They'll just post on Facebook on our group, and they'll just be like, hey guys, I want to go and do this. Who wants to go with me? And they're like, me. And then so they go and run off and do that. But the meetings themselves, after we get done with whatever business we need to take care of, like what events happening currently, events the actual members themselves are hosting, what trips we're planning on, for the rest of the time we do this thing called shenanigans, where the officers and or the members will go ahead and just set up random games for people to just tag along and socialize. We normally have like a group of guys who just play Yu-Gi-Oh! That's all they come there to do, and that's perfectly fine. And then we have people who are like, ooh, let's just go out into the hallway and play Ninja in the middle of the student center, as long as we don't get in trouble. So yeah.
Where and what time are your meetings held?
Currently, this semester, they're in the multimedia room from 6 to 8 p.m., but because we are having increasing membership, that may change, so we may get a bigger room. I'm shooting for it anyway. So that's to be determined, but if you just look at the Facebook page and keep up with that, then you'll be able to see what happens.
Okay, I know that you just previously said trips. What trips do y'all take? Like, are there any specific trips that are planned for the spring or the fall, or are there just random trips that may just come up?
Let's say our biggest event is going to the Texas Renaissance Festival in the fall. That is the biggest trip we go to. We go out, we get in cars, pay $20, go park, and then we just camp out and we have a lot of fun. We go around to see the shows and then we head back home. But we also, if we hear about a certain game that's going on out of town, like there's Dystopia Rising, which is a zombie survival LARP, where you go out to this Girl Scout camp and you create this character and you have to survive. You could either be like a medic or like a soldier, something like that, and you have to survive. And people will come into your tents like at 4 in the morning, raiding your camp, trying to steal supplies and stuff. So you're literally on alert all the time. So stuff like that we also like to do, just opening our minds to it. Sometimes we'll just, go out to the lake.
Just curious, do y'all do like any type of summer events, summer camps? Or
we normally don't, only because we lose so many of our members because they all go back home and stuff. But the ones who do stay, the knack rats, we all just get together. A friend of mine, he actually graduated last year. He was a nursing major. He hosts one-shot RPs during the summer in his apartment. So he's like, hey guys, I just want to do this. Seems like a lot of fun. So we all make characters. We go over to his apartment. We have a little fun, play our game, and just enjoy ourselves.
Okay, your name is officially Games and Miscellaneous Entertainment. Can you let us know what exactly the miscellaneous entertainment could
be?
Yeah.
All right. So, games, people think video games, sports games, all that.
That's
so
what came to my
miscellaneous
mind.
entertainment is literally anything and everything you could think of to have fun, within reason and within legal standing. Keep that in mind. What we like to do is we've actually created a game called Watermelon Wiffle Ball. And we go out to Pecan Park, and it's kind of like football. You have this watermelon, and you have to get the watermelon to the other side of the field, whether or not it falls apart in pieces. So even if it's in pieces, whoever has the most pieces on their side of the field wins.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I know that gets a bit messy, though.
Of course, it gets a bit messy and a bit dangerous, but it's a lot of fun. There's also card games that we normally play. There's another LARP that's technically not affiliated with Game Club, but we sort of share our members, called Amp Guard, where we go out to Pecan Park on Saturdays, and you get foam weapons, and you pretty much just smack the crap out of each other.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun.
That sounds like fun.
It's also safe. We make sure that the weapons are padded and extremely safe for everyone. They'll never leave a bruise, and if so, we make sure to get it out of the park as quickly as possible, just to
For
be
safety
concerned.
reasons.
Exactly. Because we want people to have fun.
So do you guys actually host events for other members on campus that's not a part of the game club, or is the game strictly for?
What we're trying to do now, in the past we really haven't done that much publicity out towards Game Club, but what we're doing more of now is that we're putting out more flyers. We're just trying to get the word out there. Come on, come play with us, have some fun, So like this past event, Game Fest, we put up flyers all around campus. We actually talked to some other students. We just went out randomly and just started talking to people. And we managed to get about, I want to say 60, 70 people out just in one room just having fun. And we normally do things like tournaments, door prizes, and it's all completely free. Like, we don't charge people. That's no fun. No one likes to pay money.
No one's like to pay, not in college at least.
Yeah.
So you just said that there's these people, so say if like, for instance, I have a Nintendo 64 and all the other cool Mario games. If I wanted to just come and share those, games with other students or with y'all, how would that work if I didn't want to be a member, just want to come and share?
A lot of the time what we do is, you could sign up to be a member or not. It really doesn't matter.
Are there any requirements?
No, there are absolutely no requirements. You just have to be a current student of SFA in good standing. That is the only requirement we have.
No dues?
Nope.
Oh.
No dues, no nothing. So you just come in. Normally what happens, if you want to just set up an event, you'll talk to me and I can reserve a room for you, or what we'll do is during shenanigans, we'll tell people, bring out your TVs and your game systems, set them up in the room, because we have the room for like an extra hour and a half where we're not doing anything. So we've had people come in, set up their televisions, play Call of Duty, Halo tournaments, stuff like that, and you know, just have a good time.
Walking around campus, I see like a lot of like Halo tournaments and Call of Duty tournaments. Are those y'all those y'all events? No.
No,
Okay.
a lot of the times we've seen video gaming tournaments around, and it's never really been us. It's been like Residence Hall Association and all that, which, you know, kudos to them.
Yeah.
Let them play. I'm not gonna, you know, say no on them. But it's really hard for us to get our name out there, just because it's just a group of people.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's being able to make those decisions and get that funding in order to, you know, print out all the pretty flyers and stuff, because we want to be able to have the money for our prizes for tournaments for our actual members.
So do y'all have like a specific tournament that you guys do, or like a big event or a big tournament?
How the tournaments work are we hold them at events, like our Halloween events, our Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Winter Solstice event.
Can you tell us more about what that is?
So Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Winter Solstice is it's an event. It's our holiday event. We put in every holiday, winter-esque imaginable in that title, so no one gets hurt or offended. We want to include everyone.
Okay.
So it's pretty much the same archetype for most of our bigger events. Is what we'll do is we'll hold tournaments. And how we choose tournaments is we have elections at meetings. We're like, okay, guys, so what do you guys want to play? Someone will mention Call of Duty, Super Smash Bros, Twisters, Rock, Paper, Scissors, which is almost at every event, and Atari. And then they'll have a few more like board games and stuff, and then we'll vote. And depending on the size of the event, it'll be either the top 3 or the top 5 tournaments. And then from there, the officers go out and buy prizes for them. And we try to make it as fun as possible, like sort of silly. Like for Rock, Paper, Scissors one year, first place got a rock, some paper, and some scissors for first prize. So we just, you know, try to have fun with it.
Okay, I've heard one of the big things that the Game Club does is, you know, you mentioned the Renaissance Festival. Do y'all help, you know, with putting that together or anything like that, or is that just a trip that y'all take?
How we normally do that, we're not actually like working with the Texas Renaissance Festival or anything. It's just something that we think is fun and interesting, and we'll do fundraisers and stuff around campus so that whenever we do the group rate, we make it as cheap as possible for our actual members. So instead of paying like the $15, you may only have to pay like 10, and Game Club will cover the other part. And the more people that go, the cheaper it is. So we try to get as many people involved in that as possible, whether or not they are Game Club members. And if they're not able to make it that weekend, they can still have the ticket, but go another weekend. So they can just have it.
Okay, I noticed you said that y'all pay, you know, a little price for the Renaissance Festival. How exactly, with y'all being like an organization on campus, what fundraisers do y'all do to provide the prizes, et cetera, et cetera?
Fundraising has actually been one of the newer things we've done. Whenever I first came into Game Club, fundraising really wasn't that big of a deal. We sort of just went off the money that was provided to us from the university. But this past semester, we did a bake sale, we do people auction, just smaller things.
Okay. Well, Amanda, I'm so sorry to have to stop you, but it seems as if we're out of time. If you would like to find out more information, check out their Facebook page at www.facebook.com/groups SFA Game Club. I'd like to thank you, Amanda, for being here with us today, and for the guests, for the audience, thank you for watching.